welcome to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham. Now, at the end of our domestic series, we normally start our international shows. Last year was against the Australians. Need I say more? This year, a slightly different challenge. Our British Gladiators are going to be battling it out against the South Africans in the Springbok Challenge. Jeremy, you know one or two things about the South Africans.
That's right, I was over there earlier this year and I can tell you, I don't think our Gladiators have got anything to worry about at all. Anyway, what would happen and what would tonight's contenders win if they became champions? Well, they would each receive one of these fabulous top-of-the-range sports cabriolets and £1,000. And our runners-up would each receive a dream holiday on the paradise island of the Comores.
So there's all to play for. Let's meet tonight's contenders. They are Debbie Sharp
and Wendy Famlietti.
I'm so excited, Debbie, I got your name right. Tell us what you do and where you're from.
I come from Kings Winford in the West Midlands and I work for a chartered accountant here in Birmingham.
But you're crazy about climbing, aren't you?
Oh yes, I do a lot of rock climbing and mountaineering. My husband Andy's just come back from the Alps, so it's the first time I'm seeing him tonight for a few weeks.
Ah, there'll be one or two tears and kisses then, I guess. This isn't the first year you've applied to Gladiators, though, is it?
No, it's the third year. Last year I actually got into the last 50 as well. I managed to do it this year. I'm going to give it my best shot.
So it's quite tough to get in?
Very, very.
Well, let's see how you get on. Let's hear it for Debbie Sharp.
You've got a big smile on your face. Are you really looking forward to tonight?
Yeah. I know it's going to be difficult, but you've got to enjoy the moment, haven't you? And that's what I'm going to do.
What support have you brought along this evening?
I've got my... just a few people over there.
Tell us a little bit about what you do and where you come from.
I come from Chingford in East London. I'm a full-time mother of 3 gorgeous little girls, and in my spare time, I do the housework.
You're also from a big family yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm the eldest of 8 children. I've got 6 brothers and 1 sister, so they're all here tonight, and hopefully will give me what it takes.
Six brothers. You must have been pushed around a little bit.
No, I was the oldest. They were pushed around.
Well, what more can we say? I think the Gladiators are going to have to watch themselves this evening. Let's hear it for Wendy!
Now it's time to meet the guys. Tonight they are Ali Graham
and Alex Agbamu.
That's for sure. This is just the smartest contender I've ever met. Tell me, is it true about the Scotsmen in their kilts?
What's that?
That they eat a lot of porridge?
That's true, yeah.
What tartan is this?
This is the Hoyt tartan.
The who?
The Hoyt tartan.
And is that quite a well-known one?
No, it's a new one. It's been on the go for 2 years now.
Oh, now tell us what you do and where you're from.
I'm a forestry worker and I'm from Hoyt in the Scottish borders.
Ah. Scottish fans in here with you tonight. Now, I understand that your big thing is motocross. You've been doing it for quite a long time, haven't you?
That's right. I started when I was 9 and I'm 3 times Scottish motocross champion.
That's terrific. That's amazing. So, Gladiators is a little bit different. I mean, it's a little bit different as far as fitness goes. What made you want to come on here?
Just the fun. It looks really good fun.
Well, we'll see about that a little bit later. I know you've got a couple of children in the audience that belong to you.
That's right. Rihanna and Darcy. I love you.
Ah, well, they'll be cheering you on as well. Let's hear it for Ali Graham.
Alex, what are you most looking forward to this evening?
The whole evening. It's one big party, and the celebrating starts now.
Tell us a little bit about what you do and where you come from.
Well, I come from Leeds in Yorkshire, and I'm a barrister practicing in crime.
Being a barrister sounds as if you'd be busy. Where do you find the time to train?
It isn't easy, Jeremy. I train when I can. An hour in the evening is about all that I can afford, but I have to think very carefully about what I do.
Well, let's hope you've trained enough. Let's hear it for Alex!
Well, the girls look as if they're ready for their first event, so let the games begin.
Hanging from Skytrack is Wendy and Debbie. And they're being chased by Lightning and Bo. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1!
Well, let's get this high suspension action. Oh, and high drama. Wendy shocked at the first corner. A flash of brilliance from the Lightning seeds her dismissal. No points, and now it's just Debbie trying to evade the Vogue. Ahead of her, the figure of 8 and 10 points. Debbie Sharp right on track to finish the job, lapping up her lead. Vogue can't even get in the frame at the final crossover. Debbie clearly in the pink, and she's going to score 10 points. Slotted into this event very smoothly. Sharp by name and sharp by nature. Bitter disappointment for Wendy. She was fired up but quickly fired out. Debbie's dad pleased with that result. Not a view shared by Wendy. Wendy slow to get away, and Lightning quick to smoke her out. That blistering start from Debbie opens her account with a tenner, with Wendy still to score. After one event, back to Jezza.
Next is the turn of the boys. Hanging ready to go is Alex and Ali. In hot pursuit are Gladiators, Cobra and Saracen. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1!
Cobra and Saracen looking to claw back that lead and keep the guys out of the points. Ali in red, Alex in blue, Cobra closing on Alex and closing him down, and Saracen's on Ali, and it's a deadly double whammy. Alex's wife on the left and on her feet. Two devastating blows dealt almost simultaneously by the Gladiators. Well worth seeing again. Alex and Ali get away well, but couldn't cope with the speed of Cobra and Saracen on the first straight. Alex was buttoned first, quickly followed by Ali. Clean sheets are kept, which means Ali's on 0 alongside Alex. Now, who fancies a workout?
Here we go, working out a pump, Congo beat. We're gonna push that body, gonna stretch your reach. All the gladiators are here to show how to work that body like a dynamo. Give it up.
Okay, guys, let's get started with a warm-up, nice and easy. Jogging off to begin with. S is for speed, S is for stamina, and S is for specific. And we've come to the Angeli Stadium today in order to promote the speed in particular. So we're going to be working on fast running and a lot of background activity, conditioning work.
This is show business.
Set. Go! Very good. Big bird, get the feet together. Come on, toe up, yes, toe up! Up! You're not a belly dancer! Go out! Power, rhythm, and timing. So let's go for it. Ready, go! Excellent. Very good. Back it. That's very good. Nice distribution. Fox, shoulders forward a bit more. Set. Go! Very good! That's good, yes! Go on then! All the way, all the way, all the way! Very good! Well done, all of you!
It's time for our next event. Ready to swing is Debbie and Wendy. They are up against Lightning and Falcon.
Contenders ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1!
The first swing shot of the season. 60 seconds to basket those balls. 1 for yellow, 2 for blue, and 3 for red. And Debbie plucks a yellow. Lightning recalls, and the horror not preventing that score. Wendy dangling as Debbie looks before she leaps. Launches herself back into the action. This time Lightning's there to mark her out. Comes back empty-handed. Drops in to grab what's on offer. Falcon can't stop her from scrumping a yellow. Debbie's up for it again and bustled out by the lightning. Wendy on the platform and off the mark. Back for more. Falcon's there and the cylinder stripped of yellows. Debbie down for another piece of the action, kept at arm's length by Lightning, and both girls could do with more spring in their step if they're to boost those scores. The timing of Falcon and Lightning looks impeccable. The luscious Lightning conducts herself superbly down to stop Debbie from snaffling another score. Wendy making hard work of her recovery. Time running down, and the Glads have stopped the scores running up. Lightning poised to strike. Debbie with one final assault looks to have lost the timing a little, but Eugene Jilts, our man with the stopwatch, has and blows his hooter for the end of the event. And Debbie's family shouted till they're red in the face. One ball in her basket. But early on, a lot of lower balls were stripped from the cylinder, making any scoring a tough order.
Wendy scores 1 point. And also Debbie scores 1 point.
1 point apiece, but as Eddie Large might have said, even a little's better than nothing. After 2 events, Debbie's on 11 and Wendy on 1. Back to Jezza.
Now it's the turn of the boys. Getting ready to swing are Ali and Alex. And they're up against Cobra and Wolf.
Oh, what will he do when his looks start to go? Alex the barrister is clearly on the Wolfman's case.
Even though I'm only half the size of some of the gladiators, I have one thing in common, and that's with Wolf. Because like you, Wolf, I have to go to work in a wig as well.
Yeah, it does look like one of Cher's cast-offs.
Contenders ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1!
Well, Alex will take his point to a higher court. Oh, grabs a yellow, lobs it in, and Wolf's back up. In fact, Alex has really got Wolf's back up. Ali, poised to become the Flying Scotsman, takes the high roll, then the law, and he'll be at the cylinder of a body. Cobra snatches a red from over the snake's head, 3-1 to Ali. Alex again. Wolf takes the law into his own hands and parries him away. Alex Agbamu QC, which stands for quite close, and Ali again. Alley-oop, and it's another red. The real king of the swingers, 6-1 to Ali. Wolf looking to overrule Alex. Alex with some extra footwork there, and we were the witnesses. Ali again, giving Cobra the blues as he steals a 2-pointer. 8-1. Down he comes again, scot-free, and another blue for the basket. 10-1, what a score. Alex looks to have misjudged the Wolf in this event. Ali, the cat, jumps to the cylinder again, almost casually takes another blue for his collection. Can he bag it in time? Alex with a blast gasp, but it's out of his grasp. Great action in that swing shot. Ali still with a blue in his beak, but 10 points in his basket. Alex there in a trial by ordeal, but acclaimed by his family.
The scores for the male swing shot read like this. Alex, 1 point. And Ali, 10 points.
Cobra ashamed, and so he should be. That's a terrible impression of Frank Spencer. After 2 events, Ali's up to 10, Alex has 1. And plenty for you Scots to celebrate. And a good excuse to whip out your pipes. Oh, but not in front of G-Force. Will you not come back again after the break? For more exciting action from the Gladiators.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham and to part 2, where we're just ready and set up for our next event. First up on the pendulum, it's Debbie. And she's going to be facing Siren. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Set the pendulum!
Great sphere starts starts its swing. Debbie has to evade capture for 40 seconds to score 5 points and a full minute to score 10. Siren's first outing on the pendulum in competition, and Debbie's stuck at the moment. And that's not a good tactic because the Siren's nearly on her, aiming to snatch that flag. Debbie lacking in urgency as she moves to make her escape from the Siren's clutches. And Mum Barbara with the upside-down yellow hand telling her to hurry up, or hurry down even, because that's where Debbie's headed. That South Pole gives the Gladiators a very frosty reception as they try to finish the job. Siren struggling to keep a grip on the situation and the sphere. Debbie content to let Siren do the work while hoping she can last for 40 seconds, but that's what she's done. 5 points. Siren can make contact with Debbie, but can she catch her flag? Siren having a look to see where it's flapping. Siren swings down, holds on with her feet and claims the prize. Superb skills from Siren. I've never seen anything like it on pendulum. What a debut on that sphere from Siren. See how Siren hooks her feet into the mesh, lets go with one hand and then the other, and takes the flag. Stunning move from a stunning Glad.
She certainly made it difficult for you there, going underneath the pendulum. That's the hardest bit.
She definitely did. Being a basketball player, I thought I'd be able to handle these large balls. But
I tell you what, it was an amazing sight to see you just clinging on with your legs and flying upside down. I think that never happened before.
well, I'm a leggy bird, so...
You are a leggy bird. Oh, Debbie. Not too bad, though. 51 seconds. You picked up 5 points. Woo! You do realise you were making it very difficult for both her and you.
Of course, yes. I decided to go underneath. I didn't think she'd come around that quick, though.
Well, that's what they're here for. Let's hear it for Debbie and Siren.
Barbara's into the swing of it, so are the rest of the family.
Next up on the pendulum, it's Wendy. She's going to be facing Rocket.
Wendy Familietti, a mother of 3, looks good. Let's take a closer look. Oh, hello. Think she must have heard me. 168 tall and weighing in at 58 kilos. How does that square up to the Rocket specifications? Rocket's 14 centimetres taller and 19 kilos heavier.
3, 2, 1!
And the Rocket, another Gladiator debutee on the pendulum. The closest Wendy's ever got to this kind of thing is to play netball with a smaller net and a much smaller ball. Rocket's shooting for the moon, looking for a quick finish. 2 of her daughters, Sam and Josie, watching their mum intently while Wendy's intent on hanging on. Rocket orbiting the sphere very well. She's in position to launch an attack on that yellow flag, and she's got her! Rocket fired up for that event. Sister Julie can't hide her disappointment. Looking at it from another angle, Rocket comes alongside, and it's all Wendy can do to hang on and hope.
Wendy, well, I could see where you were going. First hanging around for a little bit, just biding your time.
I think I hung around for too long, don't you?
I mean, as soon as she saw you, it was like within probably 2 or 3 seconds.
I know, I was looking around, I couldn't see her, and then suddenly, oh, she's there!
Panic attack. This is what you do to these young girls. You flew like a rocket around there.
I enjoyed that, it was excellent. I thought, get off the mark quick, because basically she was going to go underneath, and I saw her just in time.
You certainly did. You did excellent work there. No points for you, Wendy. Let's hear it for Wendy and Rocket.
As Rocket waves goodbye to us, Wendy waves goodbye to another chance at getting back in the points. Debbie has 16, Wendy just the 1.
So now we move into the men's event with Ali. He's up against the Wolfman.
Well, Ali's in for a rough ride on the pendulum, something he's used to in his own chosen sport.
Both of us is very competitive. I've done it for 19 years now. I've been 3 times Scottish champion. I would say it's one of the hardest sports you'll get. It's hard on your arms, your forearms, your back, your shoulders, your legs. It's hard, but I think appearing on the Glads is going to be a whole lot harder than anything I've achieved on the motorbike before.
3, 2, 1!
The woodcutter from Hoyt, looking to avoid being cut down and hoiked off by the wolf, but moves straight into the jaws of hell because that's where the Wolfman's coming from. Ali changes direction and the chase is on. Wolf throws himself round that sphere, amazing when you consider his age. Wife Leah on the right getting Ali some directions, Wolf closing the gap, and Ali needs to avoid capture for another 20 seconds to score any points. And Wolf drops down a segment and Ali tries to respond. Ali with a face full of Wolf, that's very unpleasant. And Wolf snatched it. Ali's out with only 29 seconds on the clock. And Leah covers her face in anguish. A fine piece of work from Wolfie. Streets ahead of Ali. Well, he's certainly not houseblamed. Looking at the rerun, Wolf dominates the high ground, and it's a simple stretch down to claim the prize. Thank you very much.
Ali, it was a very, very good game, and I have to say he was almost quite good, although it was such a shame because you nearly fell off at the beginning.
Yeah. Shut up. You know something? It really, really hurts you to say something nice about me, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Go on, say it. Let me look at your lips. Say, Wolf, you were fantastic.
Wolf, you were...
Go on, say it. Go on.
ugly. Let's hear it for Wolf and Ali.
And he was in quite a good mood before that interview. This wolf baiting is bound to end in tears. Ali's friend Cameron pointing the yellow finger at Wolfie. I'm sorry, but they're asking for it. Yes, Wolf over the barrier. Oh, look at that. Well, it's the only big hand the Wolf will ever get. Well, that's what Wolfie thinks of it. The supporters aren't in bits, but the hand is.
Last up on the pendulum, it's Alex. He's going to be facing Hunter.
Hunter, one of the best in the business. Let's see what Alex can offer to keep him at bay. Stands at 180, 79 kilos in weight. Looks impressive. How does that compare to the Golden Wonder? Alex is 10 centimetres shorter, 24 kilos lighter than Hunter. Could be judgment day for the barrister. Hunter takes no prisoners, and he's certainly not here to muck about. Oh, look at the speed of him. Alex more used to being in court instead of being caught. His wife Sabina pulling her hair out. And Hunter wants to be pulling that flag off. Alex staying out of harm's way as best he can, heading down, but he's got to be aware of the swing. Oh, he's lost his footing. Alex in trouble, unable to move, at the mercy of the Hunter, trying to hang on by his fingernails. Oh, he's lost it. Case dismissed. Mum and Dad couldn't believe it. Chalk another one up to the huntsman. Here's Alex for an in-depth interview with Uli, where he'll speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You did so well, but I think he sent you into a bit of a blind panic, didn't he?
Hunter's very good at that. There was no escape for me. I tried, but Hunter was too good for me on this occasion.
Wow. It was very, very good, and must have been quite boring for you with him falling off. You normally like to catch him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's nice to win with a clean catch, but he was quick. You know, he made me run about a little bit. Just saw him swinging there. Went to get a hand grip, looked down. I just saw him on the net, but well done anyway. Good game.
Let's hear it for Hunter and Alex. Well done.
Alex gracious to acknowledge the better man, and that pendulum action means that Ali stays on 10 points and Alex on the 1 after 3 events. Now down in the arena, here's David Matthews, a top man in the backstage team at Gladiators, and he presents a replacement glad hand to that young lady, making up for the one that Wolf ate. And he's even signed it. What a shock.
All the way. Overhead press. This is Hunter's favourite exercise. Works very hard at it. He has his own special way of doing it. Strip sets, and for this he needs a partner pushing the weight hard, no pause, into it, very vigorous.
Get up, drive. Drive. Deep. Yes. Do it, last one.
Come on, let's go. Push it a bit more. Come on, work at it. All the way in. Come on, do something. Get it in there. All the way. Push. More. Come on, one more. One more. And again. Come on. In half. Up. Well done.
Time now for our next event. First up, it's Debbie. And she's going to be facing Rio. Over to John Anderson.
Lock it. As Debbie gets a grip of the dog bone, let's have a look at her measurements. There's considerable pulling power in that 170 centimetre, 67 kilo frame, but compared to Rio, she's found wanting. Rio's 17 centimetres taller and 16 kilos heavier.
Take the strain. Ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2,
Rio easily won her whiplash encounter last week. She's going to take some shifting out there. And Debbie has half a minute to pull Rio from the ring to score 10 points or to wrench the dog bone from her grip. Debbie using plenty of energy. She's already climbed Mount Kilimanjaro with her husband Andy. She's never tried to move a mountain before. Rio is solid as a rock. Rio's technique is to play them out and then reel them back in. Just watch her at work. Oh, Debbie's gone down. Just a second to go, and Rio looks concerned. She's clutching her knee. Let's hope it's not too serious. Her husband Andy there looking on. And the highly experienced medical crew are quickly on site. The Gladiator doctor is Adrian Noon, the physio Mike Garmston, and Debbie's father Rod can hardly bear to look. Always a sad sight on Gladiators, the stretcher being wheeled into the arena. It's a definite knee injury. Andy waiting news of the doctor's diagnosis. Well, Debbie helps herself onto the stretcher. The family looks stunned, but Debbie's putting on a brave face and a huge smile for the crowd, a gutsy contender. Here's how she did it. Running to the edge, puts her right leg down just as Rio pulls the dog bone, and over goes her knee. We'll keep you posted.
Up on whiplash, it's Wendy. She's going to be facing Rebel.
Lock in. And John Anderson makes sure the dog bone is level. Rebel looking to get a good grip. And there's a first, a glimpse inside the glove there, the metal handle they have to keep hold of. Last week, Rebel lost in the whiplash ring, so she's determined not to repeat that. Wendy heaving herself to the edge, but Rebel well clear of danger. Wendy, a feisty fighter, been a barmaid, worked in a bookies and sold cosmetics, none of which will come in handy in that ring. She's living life on the edge, but can she get Rebel out? And Rebel really getting the swing of this now, trying to wrench the grip from Wendy. And Wendy is going to have one arm longer than the other at this rate. Oh, she's let it slip with less than a second to go. Wendy drops the bone and Rebel's the victor, but a great effort from the Chingford housewife. Well, the Mark certainly thinks so.
Yeah, no problem. I got tight. I lost my grip.
You're in one piece at least.
Yes.
Let's hear it for Wendy and for Rebel.
Great effort from both contenders, but no extra points to show for it. After 4 events, Debbie stays on 16, Wendy on 1. Brace yourselves for...
It's time for our next event. Our first male contender on sumo ball is Ali. And he's up against Rhino.
Well, he's looking cheerful tonight. Ali, well equipped for this event. Let's take a look at his stats. 180 tall, 76 kilos heavy, but how does that compare with the rhinoceros? Well, Ali has a height advantage. He's 36 kilos lighter, and that's going to make a lot of difference on the sumo platform. The girls have pulled, now the guys have to push. Ali on the brink of disaster already. 5 points for staying on for 30 seconds, 10 points for pushing Rhino off his platform. Rhino getting his head down. Ali being shoved here and there with mercy. He's in trouble and John Anderson's blown up. Must be for an infringement. Let's hear his verdict.
Contender is disqualified. 1 hand and 1 leg on the platform.
That certainly didn't impress Ali's army, and being Scots themselves, of course, they could understand him. Let's have another look. Rhino pushing strongly, and yes, Ali was clearly in serious trouble with his arm on the platform. Good call by the ref.
Come on down, Ali. Ali, not even your tartan army could help you there.
No, that was hard. It was a big blow.
Rhino, you put up a good fight for a while.
Ali done very well, and it's a shame that his hands came off. Well done, Ali.
One of those things. Let's hear it for Ali and Rhino. Our second male contender is Alex. And he's up against Khan.
Well, let's have a look at what the Khan's got to offer. This, his first season of Gladiator action. He's 13 centimetres taller than Alex and 35 kilos heavier, so he's going to be no pushover. putting his back into it. Alex digging deep, trying to control the sumo ball. But the wrath of Khan is there for all to see. He's got the power and he's looking for the glory. There's plenty of shoulder at work there. Oh, and Alex takes a flyer. He's out of there. Clean sheet by the Glads. Disappointment from Alex's fans. Khan can't contain his joy. So, with 4 down, 1 to go, the scores stay the same. Ali has 10, Alex 1. Back to the gym.
Hi, hello.
Hi, Wolf. Warrior, why is Wolf coming into the gym wearing a life belt?
Oh, take no notice of him, he's a dib. Just because I said, why don't you have a go on the rowing machines? He thinks he needs a life belt.
A life belt on the rowing machine? What an idiot.
I know.
So are you going to go on the rowing machine too?
Of course.
Well, what's in your box then?
An outboard motor. In case I get tired.
Right.
Well, we're just set up and ready to go with Gauntlet, but Debbie, we saw you sustain an injury in Whiplash, which was to your knee.
Yeah, I'm going to forfeit this game and save myself for the Eliminator, because I want to give it my best shot. I don't want to hurt my knee any further.
Well, that's good. You go back to the stage now and have a rest, a drink of water, take it easy, watch the event, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the Eliminator. Let's hear it for Debbie. It's Wendy! She's going to be facing Rio, Rebel, Vulcan, Vogue, and Fox.
Well, here's what's going through Wendy's mind at the moment.
Snuggle up with the girls on a Saturday night and we sit down and watch a nice friendly game of Gauntlet on the Gladiators, and it does look horrifying. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm sure I'll get to the end. I mean, it's easy really, isn't it?
Run the gauntlet in less than 20 seconds, Wendy. You'll score 10 through Rio, but into Rebel. Rebel working with the pads, gives Rebel the slip. Next comes Vulcan. Vulcan trying to hold her with the ramrod. Wendy making good progress. The pads of Vogue come into play. Vogue holding her up. Doing a great job. The 10 points have gone, but she can still score 5 if she makes it under 30 seconds. Vogue doing damage to her timing. But Wiley Fox comes next. Can Wendy crack the half minute? Fox leaning on her. Is that allowed? Time's up. The rules say her body should be across the line. Did she do it?
You managed to get through.
Wasn't far enough though, was it?
Well, let's find out. Eugene, what was her time?
Unfortunately, Wendy didn't cross the line with all of her body before the 30 seconds was up, so no points.
Listen, you've still got the Eliminator to go now.
No, it's not over till it's over, is it?
That's right. Let's hear it for Wendy!
Tremendous effort, tremendous bad luck. Wendy stays on 1 point. Debbie, who sat it out, stays on 16.
So we now move into the men's event with Ali. And he's going to be facing Rhino, Khan, Cobra, Ace, and Warrior. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2.
So it's Ali in the alley. Charges into the Rhino. Rhino takes the steam out of his stride. Ali forcing through, but straight into Khan. Ali Khan, and what a royal tussle this is. Oh, a right old session going on there. And John Anderson rebukes Khan. Cobra's next, looking to avenge his swing shot embarrassment. Keeps Ali at bay with that ramrod. Here's the action from Ace's point of view. Those pads powering into Ali, but Ali staggers through. Trumps the ace. Next comes the Warrior, and the time's going to save Ali from further punishment. A welcome sound. Good, robust effort by Ali. Leah, his wife, felt every blow.
You were so near and yet so far, and the only thing that stood between you and a a few points was Warrior.
Warrior, he's a big bloke. He's got about 6 stone on me.
You're a skinny lad, but the important thing was that you did have the army behind you. Yes, slender. And I mean, you could have done with picking up a few points before we move into the eliminator, but in this case, obviously, you didn't.
That's right. Well, I've got 10 points in front. Well, hopefully.
Yeah, and also, of course, you've got all your bones are in the right place.
Well, just now.
Let's hear it for Ali. Next up, against the Mean Machine, it's Alex. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1!
Alex faces the rough justice of the Gladiators. Rhino wants him out of the gauntlet. In fact, Rhino wants him out of the arena. Rhino's been in a bad mood all night. Rhino doesn't want to upset Sabina. That will mean trouble.
Will now go through this zone because Rhino pursued him outside the zone and therefore Rhino is disqualified. There are 24 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1.
Next on the menu is Khan, and he gets chewed up and over into Cobra. Goes wide to evade him. Ace is next, heading him onto the deck. Double-fisted volleys. Somehow Alex gets round. Finally, Warrior, with time in hand and a body full of ramrod. Warrior keeping Alex at bay, driving him and driving him up that wall. Oh, every which way and over. Alex there. A case of the defence resting, I think. Warrior follows him around and Alex is up and over.
There are 4 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4. Warrior pins him and the nightmare for Alex is finally over.
Alex, that was such a shame. As you know, the entire body has to have crossed the line, and it was such a shame because once you got rid of Rhino, it was almost a straight run for you until you faced Warrior.
I'm a little out of breath. I don't know how I can get my whole body across when Warrior, credit to him, big lad, kept me pinned to the ground.
Warrior, you certainly did your job today. That was fantastic.
Thank you. All we're doing is trying to do a good job, just like these guys, and I wish them all the best for the elimination. Good luck.
Well done, Warrior. No points for you, Alex. We'll see you in the eliminator. Let's hear it for Alex.
After 5 bruising events, at the risk of sounding like a cracked record, the scores stay the same. Ali 10, Alex 1.
Well, with all the events out of the way, all that remains is the eliminator, and at stake, of course, is a place in the quarterfinals. Join us after the break for more action here on Gladiators. Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where it's eliminator time. At stake is a place in the quarterfinals. Now, in the women's event, Debbie's on 16 points, Wendy's on 1 point. That's a 15-point difference, giving Debbie a 7.5-second head start. Jeremy's with the girls.
Debbie, you forfeited the gauntlet. You didn't compete in that event to save your knee. Do you think it's really going to pay off?
I hope so. My knee's not feeling too bad. I'm just going to go for it and see what happens.
I'm pretty sure your supporters will help you through. Wendy, 7.5 seconds. Can you make up that time?
Well, I'm just going to imagine that I'm in Tesco's racing for a clear checkout, and that should give me the push that I need.
OK, I wish you both the best of luck. Over to the start.
Great line from Wendy and a great line in supporters as well.
Debbie, you will go on my first whistle. Wendy, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Well, this will be an interesting test of Debbie's knee injury. She starts the new highly demanding eliminator course. The high and low hurdles are followed by the bounce up to the cargo net. The whistle means Wendy's on her way as Debbie starts her climb. And the knee's gone again. The knee caves in on the cargo nets. Wendy on the hurdles and then the trampette onto the cargo net and into the lead. Debbie unable to move, her face contorted in agony. Husband Andy can only feel helpless, along with her dad Rod and mum Barbara. Wendy down the other side of the net. Next comes the rope, and Dr. Adrian Noon quickly on the scene. It's all too much for Debbie's mum. Wendy off the rope and onto the hand ladder. Not the way she would have liked to win, but the ultimate challenge gives no quarter. Brother Alan willing her on. Wendy finishes the ladder. Next it's the trapeze. Swing from one to the other with the greatest of ease. And don't forget the time is important. If she's going to win that £1,000 for the fastest eliminator time. Makes the changeover, then swings to the foot of the second cargo net. Next comes the long and lonely haul to the gantry above. The eyes of the arena are on this mother of three from Chingford as she tackles the legendary Gladiators eliminator. The pressure of competition has gone away, but the demands of completing the course remain. And makes her way to that gantry to pull herself up. Go on, Wendy, get your leg up. Next comes the slide to the arena floor. Hooks herself up, zips down the line for that big splash. Oh, good landing. Julie still looks pensive for her sister. Onto the seesaw, the balancing act. Easing down the beam. Next comes the second seesaw. John Anderson in close attendance. She's there. Julie at last looking more animated. The travelator, the final hurdle. Wendy wings her way to the top and into the quarter-final. Julie's happy and so are they. Good result for the Fanglietti family. A disaster for the Sharps.
Wendy, what were you thinking when you actually caught up with Debbie?
I was more worried when I saw her stop. I didn't know whether I should stop and wait and see if she was okay. I don't know.
Well, you carried on. Was it hard getting at the travelator there at the end?
That was the easy bit.
Have you really enjoyed your time on Gladiators this evening?
It's been a very emotional evening. But I've had a great time. And I really do appreciate all the support I've had from my friends and family.
You've done extremely well. Here's a medal. You're through to the quarterfinals. Let's hear it for Wendy!
Well, that's a lovely sight. Wendy consoling Debbie. It's always sad to lose out through injury.
Well, Debbie, you did forfeit the gauntlet, but that obviously wasn't going to be enough. Your injury is obviously a lot more serious than we thought initially.
Yeah, I thought I'd be okay. I went over the last beam and my knee just twisted again. I jumped on the trampette and it just went totally really painful. I just couldn't carry on.
Well, everybody who's in the arena here tonight know you've come an awfully long way to be with us here. You've gone through a lot of pain and agony during the rehearsals and one thing and another. The good thing is you got your husband back from the Alps, so he's here to look after you. We've really enjoyed having you on the show, and you've got a great bunch of fans there who are looking forward to coming to see you properly now. And I know you're very, very upset, but it's been great to have you on the show, and the very, very best of luck for the future. Let's hear it for Debbie!
The Sharps with smiles on their faces, that's good to see. And here's the winner, clutching her bouquet and wearing her medal. Kiss for Mum, Peggy, who's holding Wendy's daughter, Josie. But Wendy's time well outside the current women's eliminator record of 1:47, held by Paula Bush. Next, the boys battle it out. Ali's on 10, Alex on 1, which means a 4.5-second head start to Ali.
Well, Ali, a little bit of comfort for you with the 4.5-second head start.
4.5 seconds in the eliminator's nothing.
Well, you've worked very hard as well this evening, Alex, but only managed to pick up 1 point.
Yes, but everything comes down to the eliminator, and as Ali knows and I know, 4.5 seconds isn't an awful long time. Ali knows I'll be chasing him. I'll give him a good race.
Well, look forward to it. Good, best of luck to the two of you. See you at the end. Over to John Anderson.
And sadly, no, that's not him in fancy dress. Alex's brother David making more noise than anybody.
Ali, you will go on my first whistle. Alex, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Ali Graham hits the beams for a place in the quarterfinals, fast over the highs and lows. Here comes Alex, plenty of spring in his step. Ali very fast up the cargo net. He's over the top as Alex bounces up to join him. Quick work. Sabina giving it plenty. The tension incredible. Ali up the rope with Alex gaining on him. Next comes that hand bike. Spins it into action. Ali's wife Leah quietly understated there. Ali struggling and Alex finding it tough. Mum Primrose, no wallflower. Ali back on track as Alex struggles on the bike. Ali finishes his trapeze act and hits that cargo net. Alex coming back at him. And he joins Ali on the net. Ali's sister-in-law, Adele, giving Rihanna an earful. Ali hits the top, pulls himself up. Alex slipping back again, can't quite get on terms. And Sabina's going to be bald by the time she's finished. Ali down. Oh, good landing. Alex at the top of the zip. It's slipping away from him. He starts his slide. Ali on the seesaw. Oh, he's lost it. And they can't believe it. Tries again. He's not happy, but he's pressing on and down. Second seesaw ahead of him. He can't afford a mistake now. He's down. Next to Travelator, scrambling up on hands and knees. Is he there? Oh, come on, he is! Ali Graham into the quarterfinals. And the celebrations will go on all night. And Alex finishes what he started.
You deserve that. He was behind you. He was behind you the whole way.
Oh, so exhausted. That was so hard. And I fell off the first seesaw. That didn't help.
And at one stage, I mean, everybody's hearts were in their mouths when you were going up the Travelator. I thought, oh, he's going to lose it now.
I know, my legs just gave way.
Well, your children are going to be so delighted, so proud of you. The worst thing for all of us here is that the bloomin' army's going to have to come back. Let's hear it for Ali. Go and see your friends and family.
Alex, that was desperately close. Did you think at one stage you were going to catch Ali?
Yes, I never gave up hope. I had a bit of a problem at the top of the cargo net. But for that, it could have been me getting through. But whatever the result, I've had a fantastic time. Thank you to my supporters.
We all think you've been a great contender tonight, Alex. Here's a medal. And well done. Let's hear it for Alex.
Great guy, proving you can have brains and brawn and a beautiful wife. Ali will be back. I just hope Leah can stand a second show. In the contest for the fastest men's eliminator, Ali snatches the record from Brian Dumakpour, beating it by 15 seconds.
Well, Jeremy, what a fantastic last men's eliminator. That was really brilliant. That's what Gladiators is all about.
That's right. So if you want more action like that, join us next week here on Gladiators.
Good night.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
Left foot stomp, flex those biceps, right, left, and front.